Welcome to Hatman Strikes Back Daily Boxing News. So recently announced, David Benavidez will defend his WBC World Light Heavyweight title against Anthony Yarde on a Riyadh season card in November. Now, for several weeks, Benavidez was negotiating a fight with Callum Smith, but Callum Smith seemingly priced himself out. Eddie Hearn has tried to justify Callum Smith pricing himself out by saying that Smith is interim champion or something with one of the other sanctioning bodies, so he would need a really good offer to compromise his position, give up his position, and go in a different direction. Well, hang on. He was being offered a title fight against Benavidez. That's better than being interim champion. I can only imagine that Callum Smith sees David Benavidez as a more difficult stylistic matchup for him than Dimitri Bivol. Styles make fights. Bivol will be seen by the vast majority of people as the better fighter than Benavidez, but Bivol's not really a massive puncher. He's not a seek and destroy guy. And so maybe Callum Smith thinks that that would suit him better than taking on a Benavidez, who is more of a seek and destroy guy. Certainly at 168, not so much at 175, although I think he is still very formidable. I personally think that David Benavidez is a real tough fight for Dimitri Bivol. Just one man's opinion. So anyway, Callum Smith priced himself out. Anthony Yarde has seemingly accepted the offer, or a similar offer to the one that Callum Smith turned down. So kudos to Yarde for stepping up to the plate once more. He's had 2 title attempts previously against Sergey Kovalev and Artur Beterbiev. He'll be hoping to make it third time lucky or third time a charm against David Benavidez. Before I talk about the fight, actually, it's good to see Benavidez working with Turki Al-Sheikh, because a while back it seemed as though there was some tension. But then again, since the PBC broadcast situation is very uncertain right now, it's something which Benavidez would almost certainly have to revisit, as in a working relationship with Turkey. So it is what it is. Hopefully this will open the door for a fight between Benavidez and Dimitri Bivol if Benavidez gets past Anthony Yarde. And I expect him to. Benavidez fights at a very high pace. He's got good power. It's not Beterbiev power, but it's good power, in my opinion. He's got a great jab, great stamina. He's a great combination puncher, very creative in his offense, throws unusual punch sequences. Benavidez has got a very short torso. You guys notice that? So it's difficult to get to his body because his elbows drop down and cover most of it. I think Benavidez has improved massively over the past few years, both offensively and defensively. The only potential chink in his armor, and I'm not completely convinced by this narrative, but there are some people who say that Benavidez is a bit chinny. If that's true, then maybe that's a lifeline for Anthony Yarde, who is a pretty good puncher at 175. But personally, I'd give Anthony Yarde little more than a puncher's chance. I think Benavidez is going to outwork him, outthink him, outjab him, and actually beat him up down the stretch. If he doesn't stop Anthony Yarde in the final third of the fight, I reckon he'll win a comfortable UD. But that's just my opinion. It's not for Anthony Yarde to listen to my opinion. It's for him to prove opinions like mine wrong. So good luck to him. But for whatever it's worth, there's nothing that I've seen of Yarde in his career to date to convince me that he has the beating of David Benavidez. You could say he's the naturally bigger guy. He's definitely the naturally bigger guy. But I think David Benavidez is big enough, combined with the talent, the skill, the fitness, etc. that he has. I think the lion will be tamed once more, and towards the back end of the fight might be made to look like a kitten. So I got David Benavidez in this one, but what say you? Do you give Anthony Yarde a better chance than I do? Whatever the case may be, I'm sure, like myself, you give Anthony Yarde a lot of credit for stepping up to the plate again and taking a fight which Callum Smith priced himself out of. So yeah, I'll leave it there. As I say, give me your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm out.